Your body is like a well-oiled machine that keeps going on, day after day, even when you're asleep. But like all machines do, it has a tendency to break down every now and then, some more serious than others. These illnesses show up unexpectedly most times, but what most people don't know is that the body usually sends warning signs before breaking down. So now it's up to us to interpret these signs and prevent the impending illness. In this video, we'll be showing you the 15 warning signs your body is giving you and helping you determine what they could possibly mean. However, this is not a definite diagnosis, and if you've been seeing these signs, it's best to see your doctor for further investigation. Without wasting any more time, these are the 15 warning signs your body is giving you. Make sure you watch till the end. Our first pick is actually very hilarious. 15. Unexpected weight loss or weight gain. This is undoubtedly the most common sign that something is wrong with your body. When you start losing weight without being on a diet or fasting, or without engaging in any weight loss activity, you should be worried. Unexplained weight loss is a sign of a variety of diseases, and honestly, we can't list them all. If the weight loss comes with abdominal pain, it could be a sign of stomach ulcer or an inflammatory bowel disease. Infections can also cause weight loss. On the flip side, when you start gaining weight without even trying, especially around your midsection, that could be a sign of a metabolic disease. While not everybody that gains weight has a disease, but when you gain weight only around your midsection, giving you the apple shape, you might want to get that checked. 14. Poor sleep and fatigue. If you don't take coffee or alcohol, or you don't have insomnia, and you suddenly just notice that you're sleeping very poorly, that could be a sign of something serious. If you wake up feeling short of breath, that is a sure sign of heart failure, due to the buildup of fluid in the lungs. It may also be a sign of Cheyne-Stokes respiration, a condition characterized by a series of deep breaths, followed by a temporary cessation of breathing. You might want to get that checked out. Concurrent nightmares and vivid dreams, especially the ones that you act out, can be a sign of anxiety or other mental health issues. If you also find yourself feeling excessively tired, despite how long you rest, it's almost always a sure sign of anemia. There could be several other causes too, like heart disease, chronic kidney disease, inflammatory bowel disease, hyperthyroidism, or hypothyroidism. 13. Hair loss. Hair loss isn't always a sign of old age, or as a result of radiotherapy. There are some medical conditions that lead to hair loss, even in children and young adults. Unexplained hair loss is usually a sign of thyroid disease and anemia. A medical condition called alopecia areata can cause sudden hair loss in people. Stress can also play a huge role in the loss of your hair, so when you notice your hair is beginning to fall out, make sure you cut back on stressful activities, and be sure to visit your doctor. 12. Nail clubbing. Your nails are one of the most significant indicators of trouble in your body. Just by paying close attention to your nail color and shape, you can determine if something is wrong with your body and where the problem is from. One of the most pronounced is nail clubbing. It's usually observed at the tip of the fingers, as the nails curve around the fingertips. This is mostly as a result of low oxygen concentration in the blood caused by lung disease. It's also associated with liver disease and cardiovascular disease. Some other nail deformities that are a sure sign of disease include nail pitting, nail separation, yellow nail syndrome, spoon nails, and Terry's nails. The nails are usually white, with a small pink or brown area near the tip. This is usually seen in people with liver disease. 11. Inflamed gums. Because of how delicate your gums are, it's easy for them to be bruised, even from brushing a little too hard, or from a fever. But sometimes, gum inflammation is usually a little more serious than just a fever. Sometimes due to bad oral hygiene, bacteria can infect the gums, making them to be red, swollen, and even bleed sometimes. This is a condition called gingivitis. Most people don't pay attention to this because the inflammation is usually not painful, but if left untreated, it can lead to tooth loss. It can also cause a persistent bad taste in the mouth and horrible breath. The infection can spread to the bone, leading to periodontitis, which can be super painful. 10. Catch every colds and flu. Every day we come across several pathogens and viruses that could infect us, but our body has several systems in place to fight these pathogens, helping us to not fall sick every time. But when you begin to notice you're beginning to fall sick too often, even when you don't leave your house, that is a sure sign that your immune system is very weak. To boost your immune system, take foods like ginger, garlic, turmeric, and citrus fruits. This would protect you from further infections. However, if you have a lingering cough that seems resistant to cough medication, see your doctor fast. 9. Increased thirst. Drinking water regularly is really good for your skin and internal organs. But when there's an urge to drink water every now and then, and you've not even left your bed, now that's very alarming. It's normal to feel thirsty after eating spicy food, or in a hot environment, or after intense exercise that makes you break a sweat. But when the increased thirst comes with a sick feeling or fatigue, that's a sign of diabetes. The high sugar content in the blood will make you feel very thirsty, and also tired since your body doesn't utilize the glucose. It could also be a sign of sepsis, which is a dangerous blood infection from bacteria or other germs. But before it gets to this stage, you definitely know you're sick, so don't worry so much about it. 8. Swollen feet. Swollen feet don't always have to be a form of a medical condition. It can be from a sprain or strain, prolonged standing time, or even a sign of pregnancy. But sometimes, it can be the sign of a life-threatening medical condition. Sometimes swelling can indicate a problem with the liver, heart, or kidney. Right-sided heart failure would cause the ankles to swell, usually towards the evening, while kidney failure would cause the feet and ankles to swell too. If the liver isn't working as well as it's supposed to, the feet can swell. And if the veins in the leg have weak or malfunctioning valves, the feet would also swell. Deep venous thrombosis is also a root cause of swollen feet. 7. Yellow eyes. When the whites of your eyes begin to turn yellow, this is an indication of jaundice, a disease caused by the buildup of a substance called bilirubin. It's usually seen in newborns, but when it's seen in adults or infants, that's a sign of liver disease or infection. In severe cases, the abdomen may become bloated, and urine is usually dark-colored. Sometimes even the skin gets a yellow tint. Jaundice can be caused by hepatitis infection or liver cirrhosis. Also, the presence of gallstones can cause bilirubin to build up. Some drugs like penicillin, acetaminophen, steroids, or birth control pills can also be linked to jaundice. Yellow eyes could also mean you're hungover and just need a nap. But remember to see a doctor when you wake up from that nap, mate. 6. Frequent headaches and migraines. Everyone hates a headache. It comes at the worst possible time and messes up your day real bad. Most times it can be solved with a pill or a nap, but some headaches can be really stubborn. Not only do they make your life hell, but they also keep coming back. Now that's a sign that there's something wrong. A headache is a sign of stress on your brain. So when you get a reoccurring headache, that means whatever is stressing your brain is definitely more serious than work or school. Short-sightedness can cause really bad migraines, especially on the forehead. Headaches could also be a sign of infections like meningitis, lower high intracranial pressure, a traumatic brain, inflammation of the blood vessels in the head and to the brain, or even a brain tumor. So if you have a very noticeable headache or migraine that just won't go away, it's time to see the doctor. 5. Toilet issues. Healthy bowels are supposed to be emptied regularly, with respect to how often you eat. So if you're going days without moving your bowels, then there's something seriously wrong somewhere. Constipation could also cause toxins from feces to seep into the bloodstream, causing blood infection, which can be life-threatening. The state of your urine also says a lot about your health. If your urine is highly concentrated, with a deep yellow color, then you're probably dehydrated, and that's your body's way of conserving water. If it's cloudy or foamy, then a trip to the doctor's is highly advisable. And if you find some blood or mucus in your number 1 or number 2, I suggest you move fast. 4. Always itchy. Are you always itchy? You seem to have no insect bites, allergies, or rashes, yet your body is always itchy. Then you have a problem. An itchy body in the absence of allergies, insect bites, or visible skin conditions is a sign of primary biliary cholangitis, a condition characterized by the destruction of bile ducts. This leads to liver damage and liver cirrhosis. In these cases, the itching comes with jaundice. The itching could also be a sign of diabetes, as the high sugar levels can damage the nerves, leading to an overwhelming sensation to scratch. 3. Cloudy or hazy mind. Are you suddenly so forgetful or super anxious about everything? Have you noticed that you can focus on anything for too long lately? This could mean a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily have to be a result of a budding mental illness. Sometimes our brain health and cognitive abilities are directly linked to the physical states of our bodies. So if you're seeing any of these symptoms, you're most likely under a lot of physical and mental stress. It could also mean a result of obesity. Strange, but true. So maybe it's time to shed some weight. 2. Blurring vision. If you had perfect eyesight before, and then you start noticing your eyesight getting poorer, it could be for a million of reasons, mostly pertaining to the eyes, from refractive errors like long and short-sightedness, to macular degeneration from old age, and much more. It could also be a sign of diabetes, especially when it's accompanied by dizziness or it fluctuates. If it comes with difficulty in speaking, facial drooping, severe headache, and loss of muscle control, that's a sure sign of a stroke. 1. Grow shorter. Is that even possible? Yes, it's very possible for you to grow shorter, just like how you grow taller. Only that growing shorter is abnormal and a sign of disease. The reason why people shrink isn't always a sign of bone loss or cartilage loss. It's mostly due to a condition called osteoporosis, which causes the bones to degenerate. This is common in women, which explains why older women are usually shorter. To prevent this from happening, eat foods rich in vitamin D and calcium. There are also some weight-bearing exercises to make the bones stronger. With that, we come to the end of today's video. Remember, this is not a definitive diagnosis. If you have any of these symptoms, make sure to see a doctor. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments section down below, and give this video a thumbs up before you leave. For more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and stay tuned so you don't miss any updates from us. See you soon!